Howdy, everyone. Welcome. Oh, gosh, I'm going to sneeze. Back. Okay. Howdy, everyone. I'm not going to sneeze. I hope you're doing well. Wherever, whenever you are. I, of course, am your host, your future favorite pop star, Landyn Zane. And this is, as it will always be, your favorite podcast, For the Record. Now, God, my nose is so itchy. It was not in the slightest minute bit itchy second I hit record. I feel like something crawled in my nose. But yeah, I hope y'all are well. I am coming off, so before I get into the normal stuff that we do before we get into the main topic of the episode, which is we're going to be discussing Gracie Abrams' new album today, The Secret of Us. That's what we're doing today, but we're going to dive into some other stuff before. The first thing is I have been in a serious bout, I think it's a word, a serious bout. Yeah, I've been in a serious bout of writer's block lately, but it's been like 6 weeks of like, even when I sit down and write, I feel like the stuff I'm writing is shit. And then like Thursday or Friday, I sat down and I was like, I'll try writing. And since then, it has flowed out. It's been like 3 days and I've written almost 4 songs. And I could sit down and write another 2, 3, 4, however many. Like, for some reason, that whatever blockage for writer's block was there, it has passed. And now it's all like, it's coming out like water. And like, the lyrics, I'm writing them all down. Like, I write in here, is some of the best lyrics I've ever written in my life. And it feels so, like, it feels like I've had a breakthrough creatively. And it's so exciting. But that has led me into something else I've been thinking about the past few weeks, really the past week, which is 2 episodes a week for the podcast is a lot. It's a lot to keep up with. I've been falling behind with the clips. There have been some weeks where I either forgot to record an episode or didn't get around to recording the second episode or struggled. And like, I want to make sure this is a quality podcast where we talk about music, talk about my life, talk about my journey as a pop artist, songwriter, whatever. Talk about movies, music, entertainment, talk about everything. And I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to shorten, instead of 2 episodes a week, I'm going to do 1 episode a week from now on for the podcast. But I'm going to combine the concepts of both episodes. So now there's going to be 1 podcast episode every Monday. But instead of it being around 40 minutes, I'm going to push it and make it about an hour. And I'm going to make the last 20, 15, 10 minutes, however many, the last portion of the episode, I'm going to make Q&A, and I'm going to take like 4 or 5 Q&A questions instead of making it an entire episode on its own. So, yeah. Excuse me. But, so from now on, yeah, it'll be 1 podcast episode that's closer to like an hour long, sometimes pushing a little over an hour, which I think will work better for, I think the 1 podcast episode that is longer will be more entertaining than the 2 podcast episodes a week, and it will be easier for me to keep up with recording and clips and having things to talk about, honestly. Yeah, so that's a big thing y'all should know about. But what else? The big thing. Oh, I saw Madison Beer perform on Jimmy Kimmel. I went to Madison Beer was on Jimmy Kimmel last week. I can't remember what day I went. Maybe it was Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. Dude, it was amazing. She's so good. Madison Beer is so talented. Like, her voice is incredible. The songs are fun. She's such a great performer. She's just so, like, she is such an incredible artist. And I already loved, her debut album was the year it came out, was my most streamed album of the year. I loved it so much. And then her second album, Silence Between Songs, is beautiful. Love it. Love that album. So it was really cool to see her perform, and she's so good. But yeah, that's what I got. I'm trying to think what else. It's Monday today when this comes out, so I'm going to a film premiere tonight with Sebastian. I can't remember what it's called, but we're going. It's got Kevin Costner in it. I'm excited. It'll be fun. It's my first premiere in a while. It's my first premiere in a long while, actually. Yeah, so it'll be fun. But I'm trying to think. The big thing going on in my life right now is like the creative breakthrough with my music. And I thought I had an idea, and that, like, a few weeks ago I was like, maybe this is where my music is going, and it just kind of like fell flat and didn't really go anywhere. And then like I sat down, I don't know if it was Friday or Saturday, whenever, and I started writing, and I just sat here and I wrote, and I was writing the lyrics and playing the piano and finding the chords and the melody to go with everything. Why is the camera, motherfucker? What's wrong with the Oh, wait, nope, we're back. We're back. I'm in focus again. I don't know what it was doing there. It had a minor stroke. But I was writing the lyrics, finding the chords and everything, and writing the melodies and everything, and it just like flowed out of me. And in like 3 or 4 days, I've written almost 4 songs. And I think I have an idea now of what feels like me, because the big problem I've been having with my music is that I feel like for a long, long time, I felt like I was putting on and trying on the sounds and the styles of other artists. And I've definitely been moving away from that more into my own original thing. But even like the last singles and everything, there was more of me than there's ever been in my music. But it still felt like I couldn't quite find what I wanted to sound like. And I feel like the past few days I've kind of found it, of where I fall, where it comes together for me, in my place, and like my influences and everything I like and how I want it to sound, but also doing my own thing. And that's really, really exciting. And I'm hoping, with how quick everything is coming, of like these songs I've written were the three songs I have almost finished are the 3 fastest songs I've ever written in my life. And Searching for You, I wrote really, really quickly. But they're probably, if it's Searching for You is number 3 or 2 or 3, then like they're up there, whatever. So if things keep moving as fast as they are with all these new songs, then I really do think that I'm thinking, with how much I'm writing and how many ideas I have, I'm going to leave the 3 singles that have come out this year before on their own, and I'm going to have a new EP of 6 songs on my own, of 6 new songs that are completely new. And I would do I don't want to be as bold as I've been in the past and then just fall on my face. But I'll say I would like to have all of it out by August. All 6 songs. Do a song release a week or every 2 weeks. I like that idea. And I'm so excited about these new songs. They feel so much closer to me, so much more vulnerable and personal. And I always know that I've written a good lyric, or I'm writing a good song when I read the lyrics and I'm like, shit, should I be saying this? Should I be writing this? Because this feels very personal and very to the bone of me. But that means it's good. Hopefully. That means it's good. That means there's an aspect of it that's good, I should say. But anyways, I think y'all have heard me talk enough about that, and I think we should dive into today's topic. My fucking nose is so itchy. I don't know what it is, but it's getting on my nerves. So I think we'll just dive into today's topic, which is Gracie Abrams' new album, The Secret of Us. Long story short, before we dive into the details and the nitty gritty, it's really, really good. It's really, really good. The thing I admire about her the most, which is her songwriting, it's It's so there on this album. It's so there. And the fact that, like, as I was reading these lyrics and really diving into the lyrics of the songs and, like, studying the lyrics on the album, like, the lyrics on this album that are what I would consider the weaker lyrics are still better than the lyrics that most pop artists are writing. So it's just like, she is a league above in terms of her songwriting. Yeah. So, like, she is absolutely one of my favorite new songwriters and artists of my age range and generation. She's fucking incredible, and I think she's one of the best songwriters. And also, I know I did an episode about my top 5 favorite albums of all time. And I talked about Folklore, which this album has vibes of Folklore in my top 5 favorite albums list. But her debut album from last year, Good Riddance, is on my top 10 favorite albums of all time. It's my 9th favorite album of all time. I think, like, lyrically, it is so incredible. And so, I don't know how to describe how she boils down to the essence so many poignant and nuanced emotions. That album is truly a masterpiece. And I was super excited for this album. And it did not disappoint. So, I think with all that, we should next just do a little divvy dive in. A little dipski, touch the water, feel it, see if it's nice and warm. And then we'll jump in. I'm not a dip the toe in the water guy when it comes to the pool or the ocean. I fucking cannonball in. Because if it's cold, I'm not going to get in. So I know that. So I just jump and I do this. I do one of these. And I cannonball. That type of thing. Oh, the album. So we're going to dive into the album. The Secret of Us by Gracie Abrams, track 1. Felt Good About You. I took notes when I first listened to it, on my first listen through, and I listened to it, I'm probably 4 or 5 listens in now. There are a few songs I literally have had on repeat, and I truly mean on repeat, since I listened to them. And we will talk about those songs when they come up. But track 1, Felt Good About You. When I first listened to it, I wrote that tambourine kicking in, that tambourine, and you know what I'm talking about. It's good. And I like the hook, the felt good about you till I didn't. Oh boy, oh God. I need to do some vocal warm-ups. That was terrible. But I like this song. It's a good opener. It's a nice, warm, like, bringing you in. It's setting the scene for the album. It's a good opener. Not my favorite, but it's a pretty solid opener. Then we got track 2. There's a hair in my eye. Nope, that's all my hair. Fuck it. Who cares? Track 2 is Risk, which was the debut single from the album, or the first single from the album, whichever you prefer. Yeah, I love this song. I talked about it when it first came out in one of the first episodes of the podcast, I think. I love this song. It is so good. The acoustic guitars panned like hard left and hard right that are playing 2 different things, and it's bouncing in between the ear and making it like the second the song starts that do like in one ear, and then like the other plucky acoustic guitar in the other ear. It is like crack for the ears. It is the best. And then it's just, the lyrics are so fun. I love the topic of like being delusional and falling in love with somebody that you don't really know, that you have not met, because especially if you ask Sebastian, I do that all the time. If you ask Sebastian how many people I have said I'm in love with and I'm going to marry, he would tell you all of them. So I relate to this song heavy. And I love how up close, like intimate her vocals feel. They feel very, like, I don't know. I love the other thing. I'm not going to talk about it now. My ADHD will go out, and I will talk about it for 20 minutes. So we're not going to talk about it now. But we're talking about Risk. I love the pre-chorus vocals and the harmonies. like the when you wake up, like the background harmonies. Don't, please, if you're going to listen to my music, don't judge my music based on my singing voice in this. I'm begging you, because it's not good in this. But those pre-chorus vocals I love in the background. And then, like, as the song goes on, it builds and builds and builds, and then that last chorus is like the vocals are louder, everything. It's got more drive and more oomph to it. Like, I like that. And then those that like marching band snare. I don't know if that's the rhythm, but towards the end of the song, that comes in, that just keeps it driving and moving. Very good. Love it. Love it. I love it. I don't know what I don't know what voice I'm doing, but that was not good. And then, like, I like the way the song ends too, with almost everything dropping out and just the there is. How did I forget the lyrics? You're the risk, I'm gonna take it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Come on, Landyn. All right, but I love the song. It's one of my favorites on the album. Track 3, Blowing Smoke. Literally I hit play on this song, and it reminds me of a Casey Musgraves song. I think it was on the Star-Crossed album. I can't remember which song, but the way her vocal sounds and the way she starts singing, and they're like the way they're processed too, it sounds so much like a Casey Musgraves song. I just can't remember which one. But it gives me, Blowing Smoke gives me very, very country vibes. And like, I'm going to read the lyrics. Yeah. So, I pulled up the lyrics. I'll read what I first said, and then I'll give you my more nuanced things. She played this on Kimmel. I watched the clip. She played this on Jimmy Kimmel. It was very good. Very, very good. So I wrote, let's see what I wrote. I wrote very country vibes. Those on this entire album, the vocal production is incredible, but the harmonies on this song, I love. And then, like, the writing in the chorus is beautiful. Like, where's it at? Tell me, is she prettier than she was on the internet? Are your conversations cool? Like, are you even interested? I know what you are, brighter than the stars. Tell me if she takes you far. Dead. How do you come back from lyrics like that? Like, my favorite line from the song is, if she has a pulse, she meets your standards now. That's fucking brutal, man. That's a killer line. It's such a clever lyric. It's so good. And it is so mean in the best way. Like, I will steal that line, and I will use that in my daily life of just like, well, if she has a pulse, or if he has a pulse, wherever. Like, it's just like, and then I wrote this guy sucks. That's all I wrote. I wrote this guy sucks. Just the more I listened to the song and read the lyrics, I was like, dude, this guy's fucking terrible. And then I wrote that bridge, and the bridge of the song. Where's it at? Where is it at? I'm going to play it so I can remember how it goes. The melody. Oh, yeah. I love the bridge. I love this song. It's so savage in the best way. It's such a fuck you song that is like, fuck you because it was great. And because what we had was perfect and you just ruined it. And I love songs like that. Oh yeah, and at the end of the song when it goes, yeah, I like that. I like this song does that a lot, or this album, of like, she'll be singing towards the end of the song, and she will layer vocals in the background from another part of the song. Like, I won't talk about which other songs because we'll talk about it, but it's such a cool way to add interest to the song and make it more catchy and more memorable. And I do that a lot in my own music too. So like Blowing Smoke is, when I first listened to this entire album, on first impressions, this was my favorite song. So just, yeah. Mucho gusto. Muy bien. I think that's proper Spanish. Okay, we're moving on. Track 4. I Love You, I'm Sorry. Another. I'm pulling up the lyrics again. What is the full lyric? You went home in your Benz and I'm by the gate. Now you go alone. Yeah, I'm not a Beamer guy. I don't like Mercedes-Benz. Not a fan. Especially in Texas, when I lived in Texas. Everyone that drives a Beamer kind of sucks. So this song is kind of emphasizing that a little more. But this song is in 3/4. Like, the beat is 1, 2, 3, 4. No, oh, Jesus. How did I fuck that up? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It's very, I love you, I'm sorry. It's very, like, ballady, very waltzy, which I really, really like for this song. And then, like, I could talk about the lyrics on this album, and I have not read into them as much as I would have liked before, but shit happens. She said she was a dick. Why were you a dick, Gracie? What did you do that made you a dick? I just spilled water all over my pants, or my shorts. Well, you can't see it, so it doesn't look like I pissed myself. I mean, it does, but you can't see it, so I didn't. I also didn't. We're moving on. Like it, I can't begin to describe how well this album is written. Even like reading the lyrics, I'm like, what do I have to say about these lyrics that is something that is notable for me to point out? And honestly, I don't know. So we're going to go back to my notes. I wrote the bridges. Oh, the bridge on this song is fire as fuck. Where did it go? Where did the bridge go? Is it this? You were the best. Yeah, you were the best, but you were the worst. As sick as it sounded, I loved you first. I was a dick. It is what it is. A habit to kick the age-old curse. I tend to laugh. Yeah. The bridge on this song is so good. Yeah. And that's just the way that goes. God. I love you, I'm so... God, this song is so good. And then this song does it too. Like what happens at the end of Blowing Smoke, where as she's singing the last chorus again, you can hear in the background the bridge. You can hear that in the background as the chorus plays at the end of the song. I love that technique. Wow, I'm fucking having a stroke. You're able to make pop songs so catchy and so interesting with that technique. And she does it so well on this entire album. So we're going to move on. I Love You, I'm Sorry is a highlight for me too. The first half of this album is like where you're banging them out. Where you get banger, 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 banger. Track 5 is Us, feature... There was a hair and now it's gone. Whatever. Track 5, Us, FT, featuring Miss Taylor Swift. The hair is back. Whatever. Oh, it's in my ear. That's the only thing I don't like about having long hair. Actually, there's many things I don't like about having long hair, but that is one of them. Let's see. Us, featuring Taylor Swift. I like this song. It wasn't one of... I'm going to sneeze again. Melodically and overall, this wasn't one of my favorite songs on the album, but some of the lyrics on this song are fucking killer. Like the... Where did it go? Where's the line? Babylon lovers hanging lifetimes on a vine. Do you miss mine? Yeah. Like, and then... Oh, they played this... Gracie was in... Where were they? London? Wherever they were. And played this with Taylor as a surprise song, which is so cool. My favorite line in this song, where's that? I want to get it right. Robert Bly on my nightstand, gifts from you, how ironic. That's fucking like, it's such a funny line. If you like read into the lyrics, it's so clever. And I like the way their voices, I will say this about this song. Taylor's voice with Gracie's voice together mix so naturally well. And the way that the vocals are like produced, especially on the chorus of like when they sing us, and everything of like all the vocals around like washing out with everything else going on in the middle, it makes this song beautiful. Like the vibe of the song, 10 out of 10. What else do I have notes? Oh yeah, there's like I don't know if it's a ukulele or if it's a rubber bridge guitar, but it does like the left and right guitar thing too, the plucky guitars. I think it's a rubber bridge guitar because that's what she used in Folklore too. And they recorded this. This was all recorded at where Evermore and Folklore were made, at Long Pond Studios, where Aaron Dessner's studio, who also produced the album. King producer. Aaron Dessner is one of my favorite producers today. The National, Folklore, and Evermore. Oh, he's worked on so much stuff, and everything he touches, he makes better. All right. But Us featuring Taylor Swift, it's not a highlight for me. I know for most people it is. It's not my favorite, but it is a great song. Track 6, Let It Happen. This is, in my opinion, the best song on this album. Other than maybe one other one that we'll get to. But on first listen, between Blowing Smoke and Let It Happen, they were my favorite two songs. And every time I go back to it, Let It Happen is insane. Like, the way it starts with the cheesy, like, background noise with the laughing and the talking, I love. Like, it's such, like, it's so well written. The melodies are great. The very warm guitars. And it's got like it's got a bit of a bounce. It's got a bit of a groove, like a do 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 da da da. And it like the chorus of the song is really what brings it home. Of just like she performed. No wait, this is what she performed on Kimmel. I think she might have performed Blowing Smoke too, but this is what she performed on Kimmel. All right, we're back. This song is very similar to Risk and like about falling in love or thinking you could fall in love with a person in like a delusional way. But the chorus on this song tears me apart. It's so good. Like I bet all my money that I will lose to you and hand you my life. Here's to hoping you're worth all my time. Like how do you write that? Like, I might barely know you, but still don't. Dear God, my freaking comprehension. I might barely know you, but still don't love you yet. I hate Apple Music and its lyrics, but probably will. Turn me into something tragic. Just for you, I let it happen. Now, if I could have read that like a normal person instead of stumbling over my words and pulling out dyslexia, that I don't have, that you would understand that those lyrics are magnifico, mucho bella. I don't know. That's probably not French. I probably just made a French noise. But it's like this whole song. I can't. Like it's got this little groove. She's giving this person everything. She's like, I don't know. It's like we barely know each other, but she's like, I think I could fall in love with you, and I'm just giving it all to you. So like, whatever you're gonna do, go ahead. Like you could break me, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna let it happen. It's so like the background vocals. This song is so. There are a few songs on this album that this happens to me with, where like the vocals are so intimate and so pretty and beautiful. just in the background and through the whole those songs, it just like fills me with emotion. There's something about her voice, and I know her friend Audrey sang on a lot of these songs too. There's something about her voice that I can't describe, like how it brings. There's few artists and few songs that their voice just brings it out of me, of like hits me in my heart with emotion. And Gracie Abrams is one of those artists. It's like her, Taylor Swift, Elton John, Billy Joel. There's others. 1975, like my favorite artists. It's somehow with simply just the way they sing and their voice, it just hits the right spot in a way I can't describe in my heart of just like, yeah, man, this is good. And that's this whole album. That's Gracie Abrams, and this song perfectly describes that. In the bridge of Apple Music is a piece of shit on the desktop. You turned all my skies to pouring rain, locked me out the house again. Is this how you see me now? Now I'm reeling and I might break the windows, let myself back in. Lost it for a minute there. Get my shit together. It's whatever, but I could die. Like, and then it keeps going on. The bridge is so dramatic, but in the best way of like, just like fucking just feeling it, being emotional, of just feeling it. And like, I don't know. This is similar to the Billie Eilish album. The Billie Eilish album was definitely more focused on the production of the entire album, but this is focused more on the songwriting. I don't know how you do this. I don't. I as crazy and as lyrics, like some of the lyrics I think I've written, especially lately, I think are great. I don't know how you do this. And it just, like, it's incredible. The song is truly, truly probably my favorite song on this album. But we're going to move on. Track 7, Tough Love. It's got that bounce. She teased this on TikTok and on Instagram and probably other places too. But it's got that little bouncy groove at the beginning. And this is a song about female friendship and about like her being like, fuck guys, I'm going to hang out with my friends. My friends are cool. I like my friends. Going to hang out with my friends. And I love this song. It's obviously not like a song about being in female friendships and saying I'm not going to go with guys is not really written towards me, but the song is fun. It's so fun. It's got this bounce. It's got like that's just this little groovy, and like the way she's like the cadence of the like it's so fun. Yeah, I like Tough Love. It's just tough, and then she's talking about the girl. Like the sister, the boy she met, she's drunk with them at a bar, and she's like, she shoots people straight, but that's why all her boyfriends left or something like that. It's fucking fun. That's funny. I just like this song. Not my favorite, but it's like, it's fun. And then track 8. Track 8 is I Knew It. Fucking bug flew in my nose. How does this happen? How does this happen? I literally saw it. I saw it here. I saw it do this. I was about to talk about my other favorite song on this album, and the bug said, no. Not today. Not today. I don't know where it went. Is it still in my nose? Forget it. Track 8 is my favorite song on this album, other than Let It Happen. I Knew It, I Know You. This is the other song that I just like, just rips me apart. Blowing Smoke gets close, but really, Let It Happen and I Knew It, I Know You. This was not one of my favorite songs when I listened to the album. And as I've gone back, I've really listened and listened to the lyrics, and like the palm muted guitars, it's such a warm song. Like and I Knew You, or I Knew It, I Know You, I Called It. It scratches that itch of, like, I could almost cry when I listen to that. And, like, it all building, and where's the transition? It's the best part of this album is in this song. And it makes the song. Like, the first 2.5 minutes, however long it is, of the song is incredible. And then, like, how does it go? Play it. Yeah. And it just, like, builds. Like, it's almost like what Taylor Swift song is that? I can't remember. But, like, the bum, 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 bum with the acoustic guitar. Like, I'd blow all my plans if you'd meet me out. We could talk. We could get it. We could both calm. And then it goes down, and then there's a tempo change. Oh, I love a good tempo change. She just says down, and then down, down, do. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Oh my God. And I have listened to this song more than I've listened to any other song on the album. This is the song I've gone back to the most. The entire, like, the lyrics in that first part of the song, from just, like, the main, like, I knew it, I know you, I called it. I heard that almost killed you. I knew it, I know you, I called it. And I think that you earnestly have waited on apologies, but I can't pretend that I'm sorry when I'm not sorry. Like, it's just this song. And then the transition, the closest I got to crying was listening to this song. And music, I have to be in the mood to cry. And I got really close here. Of when she transitions to the down, and she's singing, but in the background you have the, like, down, 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 down. While she sings, like, the outro bridge, whatever, of the song, it crushes me in the best way. And if I really would have let it happen, I probably could have cried at the end of this song. It is so beautiful, and the vocals are so pretty and so warm. And the way it builds, it's just so... It just... Everything drops out, and the only things at the end of the song is them just going down, 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 down. Yeah. What else what other notes? Because it just, like... This song tears me apart. In the best way. And I really do think, as I go on with this album, this is up there with my favorite Gracie Abrams songs. Let It Happen I think this is my favorite song on this album. Because if I really had to pick one, I think it's this one. I would go back to the most. Let It Happen is a close second. But, like, if I look at this year's songs that have come out in terms of music, this is probably, other than L'amour de ma vie by Billie Eilish, this is probably my favorite song of the year. That and L'amour de ma vie. I don't know what it is. It's just one of those unspoken, like, indescribable. One of those things. We have to move on, though. Track 9, Gave You I, Gave You I. I like the intro to the song with the organ and the like warm, the boom, that, like, synth bass. I like it. It hits the good place in my brain that reminds me of, what song? I tapped on your window in my darkest night. The shape of you was jagged and weak. Renegade. Yeah. It reminds me of Renegade that's Big Red Machine, I think, with Taylor Swift. Love that song. The vocals, and I just wrote this for this song specifically, but it goes across this entire album. The vocal production on this album is a standout. It is so good. the way the vocals are layered, the way they're mixed, and the way they come in and out of the song and they build as the song goes on to like add dynamics. I love it. Yeah. And I wrote the lyrics and the bridge were good. Let's find the bridge. I know there was one I liked. Dog, outside, shut the fuck up. I'm talking about Gracie Abrams and her out. Nope, stop. I hate this. I hate Apple Music on the desktop so much. I hate it. Where did the bridge go? I was just about to talk about it. Okay, here we are. Where'd it go? Oh, I passed it. I passed it. Beep, beep. Back it up. Okay. Was I just the best? Like, this is my favorite lyric. The bridge is just on this song is great. Was I just a placeholder to fill the hole inside you? I've been feeling sick, but I should help myself, not call you. That is, luckily, as someone who's not a drunk caller, I also don't really have anybody that I would no, I do have someone I would call. I shouldn't say that. But when I'm drunk, I'm not a drunk texter or a drunk caller. Thank God. But that line is like, it hits the right spot. Well, you got bored and I felt used, and now I'm so sad about it. How do you... The greatest thing she does with her songwriting is take these emotions and these feelings and these universal things that everyone goes through, and everyone's situation that they go through it is different, but there's these universal feelings that we all feel in some way, shape, or form. And the fact that she can find this way to take it and boil it down and talk about it in a good way, or not in a good way, in a nuanced and universal way, but very specifically, somehow, it is the songwriting skill I strive for the most, is to be able to do that. And this album oh my God, I don't know. I truly don't know. I also have not been checking if this has been recording. Thank God it has been. Anyways, yeah, that's Gave You I, Gave You I. It's a pretty good song. Track 10 is Normal Thing. What was the lyric that I first grabbed to when I read this? Oh, it's the first line of the song. It's a normal thing to fall in love with movie stars. Shit, if she has not said a single truth on this album, which she has, that's fact, matter of fact. That is a fact. Normal thing to fall in love with movie stars. Everyone does it. Yep. Bingo. Ding. Correct. If she was on Family Feud, that would be number one. Ding. Falling in love with movie stars. Steve Harvey, what do you got? Number one. 89 people. It's just a fact. Yeah. What is with this cup leaking? Anyways, this song, I like. If you're listening to this, you have no understanding of what just happened, but I just spilled all over my pants again. I like the song a lot. It's one of the more deeper cuts on the album for me, but the whole theme of I really like that that percussion in the background, that little bouncy thing, and I like all the synths too. But the lyrics of was all this an act? Were you just acting? And all of this, was all this rehearsed? It's not a feeling I've been through, but I like that. I like the way it's written about. It's really good. And I like my favorite part of the song is the pre-chorus. And the pre-chorus melody, if I can find it. What I go? Is it? Like right here? Nope. No. Yeah. Yeah, I like the melody of the pre-chorus the most in the song. I did my pacing and reeling. I even think you look cute at times. I know there's more than that feeling. I didn't know it for most of my life. Yeah, I like the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus is my favorite song on this, or my favorite part of the song. But I like Normal Thing. And then track 11, Good Luck Charlie. This song threw me off at first because the lyric of like, you keep a picture, it's the first lyric of the song too, of you keep a picture of Audrey inside your wallet, went for a drink and the bartender thought she was dead. That's a funny ass line. But it threw me off, so because immediately you're like, okay, this song isn't about a guy she was dating or she was with. It's about, it's about a guy that Audrey was with, her friend, and everything that the guy is Charlie, and how he just fucking royally fucked it up, and Gracie's perspective on all of it. And I wrote, as I listened to the track, I was making my notes, and I wrote a song about the guy that Audrey is dating. And then I wrote next, wait, I think they broke up. And then next I wrote, yeah, they definitely broke up. And then the next thing I wrote was, damn, Charlie really fucked this up. And I like this song. It is not one of my favorites on the album, but it's a really sweet song of just like the whole Good Luck Charlie thing. Obviously, this is a Disney show that she talked about in an interview. Was not related to this, but just like removing the context of the song itself is really clever, and I like it. But if you remove it and you look at how she wrote it, you can clearly tell she's writing it from a place of like love for her best friend is more what this song is about. Like her love for Audrey and the great friendship between her and Gracie. And I really like this song because of that. Track 12 is Free Now. Let's pull up the lyrics again. Oh yeah, I like this song. This like this person, what's the specific lyric? You're a bad guy, that you're damaged, took you 2 months, only 2 months to raise the bar. You're the saddest but a good kid, almost loved you but I didn't. Like this entire song about being like, she tried to get close to this person and she almost did, but then he would shut her out. And like she would almost feel like she was getting to know this person, and then like boom, nothing. Like she couldn't get close for whatever reason. And then as the song goes on, she talks about like the truth in this, or it says in the second verse, what's the line? She says, from the truth, like your shadow you can try, but you can't run from the truth of what you both made, that she blew up on a Tuesday. Which, in my mind, thinking about that, like, the truth could be a few things, but, like, was he cheating? What was going on? What was the truth? And then the song, like, gets these guitars towards the end, this dun-dun-dun. I don't know if that's the rhythm. It's probably not. I almost just started giving you, like, an EDM break, but the guitars come in towards the end of the song, and she teased the bridge of this song, or the outro. I don't know what it is. Is it an outro? Whatever. Where is it at? It's a shame that I memorized your outline. You were straight up with me. You were so kind, but I knew what you knew, honey, great minds. It was harsh because I lost what I wanted. I was brave when I kissed you in London. We're collateral here. Man, we got hit. Hope you find somewhere safe for your baggage. I do that a lot, but that's like, yeah, that's it. And then at the end of the song, one of my favorite songs on Good Riddance, we get a callback. Where the fuck is the callback? We Could Share a Lifeline. We Could Share a Lifeline, which is a reference to This Is What the Dregs Are For, which is one of my favorite songs on her first album. Yeah, I like Free Now. And then track 13. Free Now, definitely. She said already that Close to You, which is track 13, was not originally on the album. And Free Now on its own could definitely have been a closer. But then you have Close to You, which is like a big removal from what this album sounds like, but it's still very welcome because it's a banger. It's a banger of a song. The vocal chops at the beginning and the weird percussion, like the format shifted close to you, is also nice. Like, it's good. And the chorus is so, like, I burned for you and you don't even know my name. That is like, as someone who is chronically delusional and falling in love with people online and everything, that is my line. That is the lyric for me. I love it. And this song is fun. It's very Lord synth pop 1989 in the best way. But it's also very her. And all the layered vocals, there's definitely some weirder stuff going on for like pop production on this song that I love. And it's like this song in concert when she goes on tour, which I think she already announced. Yeah, she already announced. This is going to be a fan favorite. Obviously, it's already on viral on TikTok and stuff, but like fan favorite for this album. Or for, I think, the concert in general, for her tour. And it's still like, it's definitely the poppiest song on the album, obviously, because it's very much removed from the rest of the track list. But it still has like the lyrical nuance that she does so well, but it blends in a lot more poppy lyrics. So it's a perfect combo of what she does so well. Yeah. That's the album. And that's it. Close to You's it. And then you start it over. And you got Felt Good About You again at the beginning. And you just listen to it on loop. But overall thoughts on the album. Here's what I got. The production from Aaron Dessner is incredible. Aaron Dessner is one of my favorite modern pop producers. Or producers. He's not really a pop producer, but producers in general. And the work they've done together between her first album and this album is so good. And he has Folklore, which is my second favorite album of all time. Good Riddance, which is my ninth favorite album of all time. And this, which is incredible. And the guitar production and the vocal production on this album are the two standout parts of it. And then I still personally prefer Good Riddance as an album because, in all fairness, it is one of my favorite albums of all time. But this album is still, it kicks ass. And as I go back to it more and more, I'm like, it's not that this album is worse. It's simply that the things and the topics on her first album that she was talking about and singing about, like, it hit me in the right spot at the right time. And it just it came out at the perfect moment for me. But this album is still, like, one of my favorite albums of the year. What else did I write? I wrote it's a very intimate album with very close and warm vocals. It feels very current, like she's processing everything happening to her as she's singing it, which is, she does that really well in all her songs. You can tell that she could be going through it at that moment and processing it as she's writing it and as she's singing it. With the way that she writes lyrics and she is as an artist, it is so well done. And then I wrote, it's definitely less depressed and down-tempo compared to Good Riddance. It's more up-tempo and more happy, which is probably one of the reasons I prefer Good Riddance, is because when Good Riddance came out, oh boy, Landyn was depressed. And that album helped. But I like the up-tempo stuff on this album too. Like, I don't know what Audrey contributed to this album specifically, vocally or lyrically, melodically, whatever. She does a fucking damn good job. Like, for someone, I think she said she'd never really written a song before working on all this stuff. How do you go from that to having stuff like this? Good job, Audrey. Good job. I don't know why I keep doing this. It feels awkward. Whatever. I wrote, the lyrics are still beautiful and intimate yet heartbreaking, just like her first album. And then my favorite songs are, this is when I wrote, Let It Happen and Blowing Smoke are my top 2, and then Risk is up there too, and then I really like I Knew It, I Know You. Now updating it, my favorite songs on The Secret of Us by my favorite songs on The Secret of Us by Gracie Abrams are I Knew It, I Knew It, I Know You, and Blowing Smoke, and Let It Happen. I Knew It, I Know You, Let It Happen, and then Blowing Smoke, and then probably Risk. And then there's other songs in there too. I love this album, guys. It's really, really good. It's really, really good. And this is the type of album that I will continually revisit because I can just listen to it on repeat. It's that kind of album for me. And other than, there's a few albums that this goes up against. For my favorite of the year, I just don't. That new Billie Eilish album, I think, is incredible. This is up there, though. But yeah, I don't really have much else for y'all. And I'm like almost pushing an hour. But those are my thoughts on The Secret of Us by Gracie Abrams. Again, if you want to be part of the Q&A parts of the podcast where I answer some questions, send me a DM on Instagram, comment a question maybe on YouTube, something, and I'll get to your question. Yeah. But I'm very happy with this album. Very happy. And I really wish I wasn't broke as fuck and wish I could go to her concert, but boy am I broke. But yeah. I think that's it. So as always, I have been your future favorite pop star, Landyn Zane. And this is, as it will always be, your favorite podcast. For the record. Have a good night. Bye.